Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Dream Prophet. This is your February 2019 reading, and because Valentine's Day is in the month of February, I am just going to concentrate on love this month for you. And I've already shuffled the cards. The first card I got was getting to know each other, new love, codependency, pay attention to the red flags, honeymoon. Well, okay. Sagittarius. I was hoping for something a little bit better since I'm a Sagittarius, but gotta face what we face, right? Okay. Well, it sounds to me that, okay, for those of you who are single, you will not be meeting anyone new this month because that is the block. New love, that is the block, okay? The reason being is you have to work on your codependency, addictions right now. What are the addictions? Could it be alcohol, drugs? It could be love addiction, any type of addiction you have you want to deal with so that you're not looking outside of yourself for love, for this, new love to come into your life. New love can also be about self-love. Although there is a self-love card in this pack, so I'll just leave it to new love, okay? The final outcome, though, is, so, I don't feel like it's someone new. So if you were to be with someone in the month of February, it would be someone you already know, and you're getting to know each other again, okay? Revealing each other, and the reason that you have to do it slowly and get to know each other is because you've had these issues before in the past, because here we have pay attention to the red flags. You've been down this road before. Do you want to repeat that? Pay attention. What do the red flags mean? So this could be an opportunity to either run for the hills, don't repeat the same mistakes, right? Deal with the addiction. Don't get caught up in that love addiction again, if that's the case. The signs are cautioning you. The signs are cautioning you, okay? Or this could mean, okay, this is a red flag. So don't do what you've always done in a relationship before. Do something different. Try a new method because you want to heal. You want to get rid of this codependency, right? You want to look at this codependency and go, no, I am not going to do this again. I'm not going to go down that path again. So I'm going to change things up. I'm going to do things differently. And the interesting thing is then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay. So you may end up actually going on a trip with this person. So because it's not a new love. This is someone from your past. Getting together again, going on a trip. It could be it could just be a date, where you go somewhere special, or a weekend or something like that where you go. But, you go and you realize, okay, you're kind of, the same pattern is coming up. And you want to address that. I'm definitely getting some clarifiers for this because this is like, whoa. And if you're already with someone, again, you've got some addiction issues in the relationship that you need to deal with. Okay, so first clarifier, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine is being able to receive, perhaps in the relationship before, getting to know each other, listen and receive instead of having an expectation about someone as well. The Divine Feminine is all about sitting back and enjoying what's coming to you and being able to open up your heart and receive it. But see it clearly because the codependency. You don't want to be, what's the word? You don't want to be caught up in an old pattern behavior. Oh gosh, I did not want to see that card. Eesh. Okay. Well, I was really hoping for some beautiful loving cards in the month of February for Sagittarius, but oh dear, maybe our month is March. Let's see what the those red flags are all about. Well, at least the red flags aren't the snake. The advice is to look at the snake in the grass. All right, so, okay, card's not popping out, so I'm going to pick one. Travel. Well, that's interesting because that's a travel card. But I got that on pay attention to the red flags. In the stars. Okay, well, all is not lost here. Trying to make sense of it all, really. Okay, so the block, new love with the park. The park. The block. So I feel like the environment, you know, the block is a blossoming in relationship of a new love, or the environment, you know, what environment that new love would bring in, but that's the block. Okay, so the advice to look at, if you want to have this new love come in and be in a situation where the environment is conducive to blossoming, so a relationship would blossom rather than stagnate, you have to sort of look at this little snake in the grass, right? A little snake hidden in the trees. I mean, here's the abundance that could be in the park. You know, here you have the fruits of this relationship, but you go to grab from the fruit and you get bitten by this snake because it's hiding. It's hiding. That's the addiction. That's the codependency, right? You know, what you think is abundant and loving, and, you know, it's going to come out and bite you in the butt, right? It's going to bite you. So look at that. What's hidden? Don't fall victim to illusions in this relationship either. Be open to seeing the dangers. Now, to me, I think I might have to grab another card because this is confusing to me. Pay attention to the red flags. Signs are cautioning you. And then we have sort of like the travel card. I almost see this more of, you know, because this boat is in the heavens. Again, it's kind of like, for you, it's be careful of getting into a relationship where you're flying high, right? The red flag for you is, oh, you're floating and flying high, and everything is wonderful. Your ship has come in, and, you know, you're not seeing, again, that snake in the grass. I mean, that snake in the grass could be you, could be the other person. You know, what type of relationship are you attracting? Is it because you haven't dealt with your addictions? Deal with your addictions. But the interesting thing is, in the near future, you do have honeymoon, enjoying the bliss together, and then I have the star card, which to me is like everything's falling into alignment. The star card is a wish fulfilled. You know? Wow. So I'm going to have to find an overall, because I feel like there's an issue that needs to be addressed in a relationship. Yet, and this is not someone new, this is someone that you already know. Yet you may end up going on a trip in February. So let's just say that for some of you, it actually may be for work, or just you're just destined to go on this trip together. But just be careful when you do go on this trip. It's, you know, it's meant to be. Obviously, it's fated because of the star card here. But I feel that certain red flags are going to pop up again, and you need to deal with them. You need to deal with them this time, and don't be blinded by this temptation or these issues. Okay? All right, let's see if the overall will give us more clarification. I may have to do some more cards here because honestly, it's like pretty heavy. I mean, here we have this wonderful trip, and this is the travel card too. We have this wonderful trip happening here, but I'm looking at this going, okay, get to know each other. You know, it may not be as, well, I don't like the snake card either, but you know, it may not be as heavy as it looks. It could just be you may end up going, you know, reconnecting with someone. Possibly on a trip, and just you're needing to deal with the relationship in a smart way and recognize the flags and deal with them, and don't let them take over the relationship. And here's another thing too. This may not be you. The advice is to look at this. This could be the other person who has these addictions, and that's the snake, and that's what you have to watch out for, right? That's the red flag for you, is you don't want to get wrapped up in someone who's, you know, still got those addictions. You have to face them and talk about it with them. All right, let's pull this card. The Tribe. Wow, okay, I'm pulling another card. A change in the wind. The Tribe and a change in the wind. You know, there's some hope here. I mean, it's not obvious, you know, but there's definitely a hope. I feel like there's been some change, or there's going to be some changes in February. Because you know what I love about this card, the Tribe? It's like you're finding your tribe. You know, maybe you realize you are connected in some way. Finding your community. I mean, and look at that. Facing this way, facing that way. A change is in the wind. So maybe the changes are coming. But just be aware. I think that's the strong message here, is be very aware. This is not someone new coming into your life. This is someone you already know. So be aware of the issues and deal with them. Okay? And then maybe, you know, as you're dealing with them, maybe you are going away and talking about it and getting to know each other and deepen that bond and be open and communicate. And, you know, it's fated that you guys do this. Now there's a change coming, a change brewing. It's flying in, you know, it's flying in. This could be your tribe. All right, you'll have to give me your comments on this one to find out what happens to you in February. Because I'm curious about this one. This one has, yeah, twists and turns. Twists and turns, literally, with the snake. And so I'm curious. So please let me know. I look forward to it.